The diversification here is amazing. Then I look at this and I go, lunch bag letdown.
Okay.
Like, it's nice, but it's a good attempt. But you're learning. You're learning.
If you live in America and you're into watches, you have to check out Time+Tide. This is our new clubhouse, 460 Broome Street, Soho, in an emerging watch district. There's so many shops around here, but nothing like this. We're one level up above the street. It's super serene and calm. We have all the impossible to get watches from the internet here, as well as events and launches. Brands like Studio Underdog, Furlan, Marri, Serica, Baltic, Christopher Ward, all the brands you've seen on your watch-loving friends' wrists are here to try on and to buy. And in the city that never sleeps, we don't either. We're open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. So come on down to Time+Tide New York, 460 Broome Street, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. We'll see you at Time+Tide New York.
Hey, how are you?
Welcome to Time+Tide, Mr.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
look how sunny this is. This is the classic New York, right?
This has come out for you. This is a day I waited a long time for. You've never been in a
No, I haven't.
studio.
I haven't. Very excited about it. So tell me what we're going to do today.
We have $10,000 each.
Okay.
You have real money, I have fictional money. So we'll take your card.
All right.
I'd like you to spend $10,000 in store.
Okay.
And I want to see how you build a collection. And then Megan's going to decide which collection's better. We're going to do a reverse Shark Tank. We get to pitch to her about why we've chosen what we've chosen.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay.
All right, so you know, everybody knows I'm a dial guy. I'm looking to build a collection that's unique. Getting the same dial over and over again, very boring.
Okay.
So the challenge is, how much diversification do you have in here?
Well, let's see.
Okay.
We're going to start with the Americans behind us right here.
Okay. All right.
So,
Well, I know these brands. So I'm going to want
Rolex.
dive. I want to mix in some, you know, dress watches. Dials have to be spectacular, obviously. That's Wren over there.
it is, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a little red one just peeping out
No,
there.
I noticed that. I noticed that. Wren's been doing some great stuff with their bands. That's very good.
Yeah.
What's the story on that piece in the middle?
This is actually a limited edition that we happen to
Well,
have
wouldn't you
last
just know
one.
it, right? Okay.
Is that really the last one?
This actually is, yeah. This is the Noble.
Yeah. Now, why do you think this attracted you right away? Because it's like no other dial in that case,
Yes.
immediately. So that's a very attractive piece. You want something that's really going to catch the eye, because dials are all about conversation. What's the price on this?
$1,895.
$1,895. What I like about it is you can go both ways. This can be worn with a t-shirt, but with a tuxedo as well. It's dress, it's sporty. Definitely on the list, because when a dial strikes your eye, buy it. That Wren looks pretty good too.
Yeah.
Okay, let's have a look at that red one. Let's pull that out.
Alrighty.
Now, Wren's been really moving up the feeding chain the last 2 years. They're doing some great stuff on their bands. Got a dive watch vibe to it. Very nice. Very striking dial. I mean, that really pops.
Sandwich dial, spec monster, 45 millimeters lug to lug, 38 millimeter diver on the smaller side.
Screw down crown.
Screw down crown, 10.7 millimeters thick, so dimensions are perfect. 200
Yeah.
meters water resistance. Is that
Price?
going in?
Price, Megan?
$1,595.
Not bad. I'm adding it to the collection right there.
Okay.
Look at those dials. Look at those dials.
I see a pattern emerging.
Okay. Well, I mean, there's dress and there's dive.
Yeah.
That's great. Okay.
So the edit is where we pull single watches or a couple of watches out from a brand as opposed to their whole collection.
Oh. Awake. Tell me about Awake.
So Awake use a very unusual enameling technique.
Are these automatic pieces?
They are, of course, yeah.
Okay, let's have a look at this one here.
This is Maen on the bottom row.
Yeah.
You want the Tiffany blue?
The Tiffany blue. It's not quite Tiffany blue, but it's a striking blue, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And this is kind of a... Let's have a look at that. Oh, that's very nice. It's almost got a Genta vibe to it, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Interesting. What's the price on this?
So this one will actually go for $1,400.
The lowest so far.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's take this little puppy off, just get a feel on the wrist on this. Oh, what's that? Oh my goodness, I had no idea that was on my wrist. Could that be the Ruby Daytona? Let's check that out. I don't think there's another one anywhere except on the wrist of Federer's wife. That's all I know. A few years ago on the set of Shark Tank, a producer came out and said to me, you know, Kevin, we're having a problem with you because you wear 2 watches, 2 red bands, but nothing's affordable. The show, Shark Tank, is about young people taking a chance as entrepreneurs, aspirational, inspirational. Why can't you, on your left, wear a crazy piece, and on your right, something that would inspire people to start horology, to start collecting timepieces? The point is, she was right, and immediately I started my journey. The guy I called up right away was Teddy Velazar, because he introduced me to some great watchmakers, some great dials. Then I met Adam Bossi from Tudor, and I bought, I think, 5 pieces from him, all sub $5,000, which are some of my favorite watches now. So when I see something like this for 1,000, you said, right?
1,400, yeah.
That's beautiful. I mean, that's a really interesting dial. I don't think many people have seen that before. And I think the weight is very, very nice. Look at that.
It pops, huh? It's got a nice galvanic sheen to that dial when you shift the angle.
I mean, look at that. Do I not look spectacular in that piece? The funny thing is, many people would mistake this for a watch worth 50 times this value.
On you, definitely.
It's got a Patek, it's got a Genta vibe to it.
I mean, it's cubidity, isn't it?
Yes, yes, it's got a lot of things going on, but I just love this aqua blue, whatever you want to call it.
Maen, you are stealing all the bandwidth right now. You've got,
Listen, no one can beat me at this. I'm just too good at it. And I mean that humbly.
It's just a competition. So.
You know, I think of all the times I've done the same thing with Teddy. I slaughter him. I feel bad for him.
We will see.
He's my cockroach. I mean, my grasshopper guy.
Yeah.
He learns from me.
And look, and if we're going to be that way, if we're going to go to battle right now, I am the opposite of Kevin with this store. This is a passion-driven, community-driven, low-margin business.
I love it.
All of your nightmare scenarios at once.
But what's great about this is people come in, they get an opportunity across such a wide diversification of opportunities in terms of what they enter at, and we can get stuff for under $2,000. This piece is pretty spectacular.
Oh, man.
Let's see. All right, what's next?
Next we have Earthen, which has brought ceramic watches to under $1,000.
You know, this I can see right away. There's some interesting stuff here.
Yeah.
These are unisex in the sense that women could wear these too.
100%.
And Meighan, what's my total right now?
You've got around $5,000 worth.
So I've still got room to move.
You got 5. Yeah.
And what's the price points on these things here?
So Earthen, you're going to be looking at $899.
$899, sub 1,000. Okay.
Yes.
So I'm something's caught my eye here. Right here.
You take the adventure in.
Yes.
Brand new.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I mean, that is kind of unique, right? Let's pull that out. Let's have a look at that. That looks like a 34, maybe 38 maximum, right? Size dial.
I reckon we're 36, right in between.
Okay, because this thing going on right now with men and women to a smaller dial. Have you seen this last 2 years?
Definitely. Yeah.
I mean, it's really fascinating to watch this happen. That's beautiful.
Nice.
That's beautiful.
That's nice.
Wow.
Leave it open because I'm taking one for mine actually as well. We're going to go to war on Earthen.
Screw down crown. I'm quite surprised on this. Got a nice.
It's a Miota movement, so you're not getting a Swiss Ebosch, something to write home about, but you're getting a ceramic piece. Like
I really like that.
Yeah.
It's got a really good vibe to it.
Build my tray.
It's really interesting. It's an eye grabber.
Very much so.
Another great dial.
We've still got plenty left. We have on our right Oak & Oscar, a proud American brand.
Yep.
Okay.
So we do have some interesting chronographs here. Let me have a look at that piece. Tell me the price again.
So it's going to be $1,500.
Okay. Nice field piece.
So Oak & Oscar, one of the first generation micro brands. I met Chase Fancher at Basel World in like 2013, 14 when he started the brand. So he was way before this wave. Like this brand is not even a year old and this brand's 15 years old. So you're starting to see now a bit of a maturation.
Any brand that gets past a decade means they found traction.
Yeah.
With they built a community. That's really hard to do. There's so many guys trying to come up now, get past 2 years, 3 years. Very, very hard. I always tell people, don't buy the same watch again and again and again and again, because you're not getting anything new on your wrist.
Yeah.
It's a huge mistake. Dial diversification is the key to collecting. And of course, never borrow money to buy a watch. That's why these entry-level pieces are so important. That's absolutely gorgeous. It's got to go in my collection.
Okay.
100%.
Christopher Ward. Now, this is a brand that has just cracked into the top 50 brands in the world for revenue.
Okay.
Over 50 million pounds of revenue from this
British
brand, 100%. But these bell cantos with the engraved dials were the ones that really got them on the
They
map.
look a little more expensive, right?
But yeah, this is definitely the biggest brand from Britain and arguably the biggest micro brand ever.
And where are they making their calibers?
They're buying Swiss calibers,
Yeah.
so they're still technically Swiss made. They're using that Swiss halo.
They're really taking it up a notch on the dial series.
I
Crazy
thought you'd
stuff.
love the Loco. So this has a front side balance. This has a
Yeah.
an MB&F style
Yeah.
legacy machine type balance. You know, that's actually when we wind that, you're going to see that there's a spinning balance right in the front.
Well, let's have a look at it.
Yeah.
I'd like to squeeze out 2 more pieces, so I'm going to slaughter you in the ultimate selection. Because I really, I'm building a portfolio that's pretty amazing here. This could work too. Can I get it out and have a look
Yeah,
at
let's
it?
go. I'll take.
This one here on the rubber strap?
Yeah. Wow, that's quite something. It's very funky.
Man, the movement's beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
It's got that Arm & Strom gravity style
Yeah.
double barrel. So this is what we call a visual complication. It looks like it has a complication up its sleeve, but it's just a reconstructed movement with the balance on the front. Here,
Yeah,
man,
that's
that is
different.
you.
That's different.
Okay.
I'm going to hold back because this is going to take me right out of the game. So,
So over here we have Nivada Grenchen.
yeah,
There's a
a
lot going
brand
on
I
here.
know. I have multiple pieces from them. A couple of new things in here. I like it.
Are you discovering things today, Kevin?
Yeah, I am. Man, this is fantastic. Really nice. This has kind of got a vintage thing to it. It's almost like a Grand Seiko early polished steel vibe to it. Mm-hmm. I might come back to it. I want to see
Okay.
what else there is.
So
Okay.
Fear's Britain's oldest brand.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
I know the Arnos,
Yeah.
the circle inside the rectangle. This is a
Yeah.
beautiful piece.
What's the price on that?
This one is 4,500.
Oh,
The heart breaks on
that's
camera.
super thin. Right?
Very thin indeed. Would you like to see it?
Yeah, I'd like to see it. That is a very interesting piece.
Yeah, this was released last year at Watches and Wonders.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Oh my goodness, vintage vibe, Cartier vibe, got a lot going on there. This is a straight manual wind, I assume.
Yeah.
Wow, $4,000.
You can move things around. There's nothing
Oh, I
stopping
get
you
it,
from
I get
going
it.
back.
Steel, right?
Yeah, that looks sensational.
It does.
And it's the clash of shapes, isn't it?
Yeah, perfect for my wrist.
Dennison, you know about.
Yeah, I do, and I have a piece. They're fantastic. They sent it to me, and I wore it right away. What's the price on these?
That one is gonna be. These are $790.
Yeah, fantastic value.
Norqain, really taking those middle market like high-end sports brands, Breitling,
Yeah, I mean,
Omega.
these are great. They're going to be a little more pricey, right?
They are, yeah.
Yeah.
We're talking 7.
Yeah, that's going to take me out of my budget.
Yeah.
Okay, but I like them. I like them. And look, there's so much to choose from here. It's crazy,
Yeah.
crazy, crazy.
Now this is where things get really. This is the heavy hitters.
Yeah. Now,
So
these
much
guys
class.
have multiple band options, right?
They do, and they often come with multiple bands.
Price point on this stuff?
Starting at Sabia Rossa, which we don't have, it's sold out. But of these,
$850.
$850 for
Wow.
that's a Mechaquartz, the bottom 2.
For these on the bottom, they're
Yep.
gonna be $850.
These are quartz watches.
Yes.
Okay. And on the top?
On the top, we have slightly higher. We have 1850. It's gonna be a Le Joux Perret automatic movement.
Yeah.
And then right beside them, I'm sure you noticed these.
The Disco Volantes.
Yeah, the Disco Volante. They're
These
gonna,
must be selling very, very well, right? Men and women?
Yeah. I'm going to show my hand here. I'm putting one in. I'm going.
Yeah,
I'm putting
not
one in mine.
surprised.
I'm going
not
in.
surprised.
Okay, so I'm
right,
going
what are
to
you
get the
gonna
blue
do?
sector. I'm going to get the blue sector.
I will say, what I also really like about Furlan Marri is they all come with 2 sets of straps.
That's a great idea because it's not a major cost for the maker, but it gives you fashion diversification.
Look at this dial. Look at
Yeah,
that
that's
center
fantastic.
dial. The texture on that center dial.
Nice.
The finishing of the lugs. It's mirror polished on
And
top
automatic.
and brushed on the sides. Le Joux Perret movement. Fantastic Bush movement. Oh my God.
Beautiful.
That's just stunning. And then the Cornès de Vache, the cowhorn lugs, wrap the wrist. We consider this a dress watch now, but in the 50s, this was a sports watch.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Really nice. I bet you sell a ton of these.
We does all day.
Really?
Nothing else like it.
A lot of this online, right?
Yes, but here we're largely in store, but it's Patek collectors that buy
It's
it.
just funny because online some dials look better than others until you see them in person. That's why it's always best to come into a boutique and actually try the piece on, see it live. Often, what you see online is not quite what it feels like when it's on your wrist.
So this is the edition we did with them, because I love brown dials,
Well, that's beautiful.
but that's only available in store.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Let me just see one of the quartz ones.
okay.
That's,
They have the aesthetics, but a different movement. So
Yeah.
the whole bottom row, you can get this kind of mint green.
yeah, that's
You got
beautiful.
this sort of
I would like to
slate blue.
point out that this one actually comes with a red strap.
Are you leading,
you're
are you
kidding.
leading the witness?
Look at that.
That's under $1,000. Oh,
It's amazing.
that is leading the witness. Meighan, we need to talk about this.
That's really, it's a beautiful piece. These are fantastic. They're really, really good.
Yeah.
It's not a brand I know much about, Are they going to...
Put one in, man. I know
Okay, I
you-
will. I'm just trying to decide. This is quite nice, too.
Yeah. It wouldn't matter, because I think we're going to clash swords a few times.
Yeah, yeah.
We've both got Earthens, I think.
And I'm not against quartz watches, I don't have a problem.
No, not at all.
Okay, let's add that. That's very nice.
The outskillity, yes. Now, I've got to admit something. I don't feel good about this, so I'm going to out myself now, Kevin. I cheated. I didn't show you this watch before. This is a watch from Norway. I'm going to give it a little polish here, called Straum. Would you look at, you're a dial guy, I hear.
Yeah. Is that guilloche? How'd they do that?
That's like an engraved pattern that then has this like galvanic treatment that creates a sun ray, but the Supreme movement, grade 5 titanium, look at the polish on the shoulders. and
beautiful,
there's a
beautiful.
chamfered edge at that case, but look at that dial.
Spectacular.
Just so I'm putting that in, but I didn't show it to
What's
you.
the
enough yet.
price?
That's $2,500. Grade 5 titanium, Le Supreme movement,
And
100
automatic.
meters water resistant, automatic, 68 hours power
Spectacular.
reserve.
Really beautiful dial. Fantastic. Well, you're cheating a bit
I
there,
totally
but I'll let you
cheated,
get
but I
away with
wanted to actually out myself now so that you
Yeah.
didn't have an excuse when I
it.
went.
And screw down crown.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Would
Spectacular.
you? I've got to give you fair first right of refusal to, if you want.
No, I think you brought it out. It's okay. I'm going to slaughter you anyways. I'm not worried about it.
Okay, good. All right, good. There's something that may pop out from these studio underdogs. Just have a little look. There's
These are a little funky.
Yep. So these guys revolutionized micro brands. And in the last drop, 9 hours, 5,600 watches.
Because of, you think they're crazy coloring? Like,
I think people are first
they've
drawn
already
in.
built a community, so they do a minimum drop on these, right?
Yes, they're drawn in by the color, but then the quality of these watches when you own them is off the chart. So we did watches that Richard thinks that you will either completely despise or violently love, which we've done these burnt pizza watches.
Yeah.
So these are limited editions that we've done with them in a range of
And only
pizza
you sell
choices. Only we sell them, and they're only available hand delivered. Where's a box? Can I get a
So,
box, please?
price
Taylor?
on this stuff?
Price on these are like 900.
Oh,
850.
fantastic.
And
deal.
there's seagull movements from China. They're column wheel chronograph hand wound movements. But tell me your honest reaction to the pizza watches. Is this?
I
purely-
like them because they're so different. And, you talk about dial differentiation. This is definitely,
And it comes like this.
oh, that's crazy. What a great idea.
But Richard heard you were coming, and you know what he went and got? 45C.
Oh, he did. I saw that. Look at that.
He was trying to hook you in with that.
That's nice. Let's pull that out and have a look at it. Yeah.
Richard, you
So
cunning.
Pantone 485C is my
Yeah.
red color, the Shark Tank red
Yeah.
that most brands know by now. So the consistency of the red, this is the Shark Tank suit I'm wearing right now, so this is the red police good. That's perfect.
So the burnt pizza, it took an idea that was meant to be an April Fool's joke.
Yeah.
It got us in the New York Times 3 times because the people came out for the pizza watch.
Oh, look at that.
They didn't want it to be a joke. We blackened the movement.
Yeah.
It's a spectacular column wheel chronograph movement. If you want to be a micro brand using these movements, the minimum quantity you can now buy is 10,000. So he's the last man standing that can meet those quotas. So he's really the only micro brand that's using these movements.
So he's got a relationship with the manufacturer. Right?
He's managed to hit scale. He's hit that Shark Tank.
So he's doing 10,000
at a time.
At a time.
Yeah, he's buying movements.
So he must be. What's he selling a year?
He is doing 1,200 a month.
Oof.
Yeah, that looks phenomenal.
It does. Burnt pizza watch.
There's the black suit, and it looks just like a nice orange gradient, but it's actually, when you look closer, it's the most heinous thing of all.
Really?
A toasted pizza.
Great idea. Great marketing idea, but also a good piece.
Okay. Is
that
going to go in, or should
Yeah,
I
sure.
take it?
But I may have to rotate out something.
Kevin's got 45 watches.
I know, it's crazy. Because I definitely, this is a couple of. See, the thing is, I like the Wren. It's tough. I have to let something go. Okay, get the edition. Let's see what it is. It's hard to let any of these puppies go. They're so spectacular. Trouble with this is it's expensive.
But it's beautiful, man.
It is.
It's a cut above in some ways.
It really is.
The elegance, I think you should.
These are the kind of things that you don't see very often, and so people can say, "What is that?"
I know, and it's diminutive but super powerful. I think that's the best looking watch on you so far.
Yeah. I like something that people say, "What the hell is that?"
And it's got a curved, slightly
that's
cambered.
very, very cool.
I'm actually a little concerned if that's in your mix. I think I might be in trouble.
Yeah, that's tough. I may have to get rid of one at least, right? Let's have a look.
Okay.
Let the Meighan make the count.
Okay.
You feel the tension in the air.
I'm feeling it. This was meant to be fun. Megan's got the calculator out. Things are getting serious. That is a tasty tray.
Spectacular.
That is a tasty tray.
Look at that. Nothing is the same. Every dial is unique.
2650. Oi, oi, oi. Wait.
You are actually
19,000. Okay, so I got some work to do.
Witness your demise, my good friend.
No, it's a good
friend.
attempt, but you just don't have enough diversification compared to the dynamic force you feel just getting near this collection. This collection says, I know what I'm doing. That I can go anywhere, anytime, into any environment and have something to wear that looks spectacular. Then I look at this and I go, lunch bag letdown.
Okay.
Like, it's nice, but it's a good attempt. But you're learning.
Okay.
Every dial there speaks. It holds its own. Yours, some of these, I'm whimpering, I don't know what I'm doing. Gee, I look kind of the same.
Kevin, just let me know when I can speak. Do I get a shot? I've just been sitting here holding my breath for 6 minutes.
All right, go ahead.
Okay,
go ahead.
so you know how I don't know if any of you watching have children. There's always that loud child. They're begging for attention. They everything has to be, Daddy, Daddy, look at me. I feel like there's.
And that's exactly what happens with my collection.
Exactly. To be fair, Kevin and I have crossed swords on two watches. We both have the burnt pizza because I just think you have. If you come to New York and you come to Time+Tide, you got to get the burnt pizza.
I agree with that.
It comes in the box.
Because you can't get this anywhere else, right?
Yeah. No, you can't.
Check this. This is just ridiculous. I mean, it's fantastic. Great idea. Actually, these watches, even though they're just over 10,000, because I've selected them, are actually worth 30,000.
I've heard
because
of
together,
the O'Leary effect.
The value, the creation of value is fantastic.
So I have a Serica GMT with this desert toned. This is very nice.
I like it. I like it.
This is quite cool. A bone bezel, and then this really unusual mesh bracelet. We've got this stunning sector.
I like it.
Actually, we have 3 crossovers. We have. Let's line them up here.
But remember, what you're missing is you're talking about the way to look at this is if you're starting a collection, and this is what I want everybody to think about, and why I should win this by a factor of 10 to 1. If you only had the chance to start with these two, and you were just thinking about friends and family and fashion and statements and having dials and getting out there and showing people you actually have a watch, I mean, this is 40 out of 10, and this is, I'm not against these watches, okay? But you're not there yet, my friend. Okay. You're not creating
I'm very grateful.
Because you have to create a collection. The sum of these together make each one even better because they're meshed with harmony. They're meshed with fashion.
Yeah.
It's a statement. This,
I'll finish describing my Doom
Go ahead.
collection.
Don't waste your time.
This is an American brand, notice. This has this murdered out Explorer 2 vibe to it, under $1,000. Again, best-selling notice. I've never actually had one on the wrist until today, and I just bought it off Sam, our studio manager. Lastly, if this isn't the best dial in this collection, we need to talk. Have you got a dial that can match that?
No, I love the dial. It's the best dial in that collection.
Teddy tells me you're a dial guy.
I'm 100% dial guy, but if you look at the dials, what's happening here,
Yeah.
these dials all speak. They can either speak in harmony and sing like a choir, or they can all be soloists. That's the thing. You can't say that about that.
Okay.
See, that the key is I've built a
You do
choir,
love that one.
and any watch can come up and sing a solo part and get a 10. That's it.
Well,
That's what really you should be thinking about. You're learning from this. This is very good. Next time you
good.
try this, you might do better.
Okay. Meighan, ultimately the decision is yours, so please stand between us because you're not
Don't
Mike,
make a
you're not
mistake
Mike.
with your career, Meighan.
Okay. Meighan,
Yes.
who compelled you and which collection would you choose out of these two?
Well, gentlemen,
Oof.
you have both, I think, presented very great collections. I'd say yours is very fun. A lot of great colors, like you were saying. You know, walk into the room, watch first. Andrew, I see yours are a lot more toolsy, which I really like.
This is true.
I
feel seen.
really like the pops of color here. Please don't fire
She
me.
chose wisely.
Please don't fire me.
But look, you can play an active part in this as well. Look, you are watching this from home thinking, you're screaming at the TV going, Andrew wins. Andrew clearly wins.
No, unfortunately,
So-
that's just not the case. Look, Andrew, it's great that we were able to do this, and you're learning from this. I'm not charging you anything for it.
Okay.
I mean, really, I want you to take this, go home, think about it, don't get too depressed, and realize you'll do better next time.
The winner here is the studio, I have to say.
Yeah, well, I will
And these
say that.
brands.
The amount of diversification and all these fantastic pieces, so I got to hand it to you. You've built something really special here. No question about it. I've seen pretty well every boutique in the world, nothing quite like this. So at least we can agree that you're a winner at that.
I didn't, you know what, of all of the compliments that I got today, which amounts to one from Kevin, that's the one I probably expected the least, because to get to a business point of view, this business really flies against all of your fundamentals. In my
Well,
view.
I mean, I've changed my mind about a lot of things in watch collecting, and I've realized if I look at my own collection now over the last 4 years, many of the pieces I wear every day are my entry-level pieces because they're fun, they've got lots of diversification, and sometimes I'm going out into, Paris or London or something, and I can't wear $1 million watch. You know why. So, and people stop me and say, well, that's unique. Where'd you get that from? This, for example, is going to get a lot of people talking. That's a hell of a piece. You don't see that anywhere.
Yeah.
That's whoever designed this did a hell of a job.
That's
You've
the
got it
Piers
in
Watch
your-
Company.
in
That's
this
Nicholas
boutique.
Bomis-Gargle and his
Yeah.
team. Kevin, what is if someone's watching this thinking, hang on, you've got a Jaune, but which,
Yeah.
by the way, is 40 meters from here.
Right.
So we're right in the territory.
Yeah.
You've got a Mirka Federer's Daytona.
Yeah.
Why are you playing with these toys? What is it about
Well,
this?
I realize that, I don't want people to borrow money to buy watches, and I want them to start their collecting early. And, my son's in his 20s, and he is buying pieces like this and appreciating it's part of fashion. It's a statement. Like for men, they don't get to wear a lot of jewelry. And so watch collecting, and I think you should wear two. You pair them together. I love that. I just think that what you want is a dial to tell a story. And you remember when you bought it, why you bought it. What was the special occasion? And these pieces, many of them are going to last your lifetime. There's nothing wrong with the quality here. That's what's happened in the last 10 years. You don't have to spend a ton of money to get a great piece. This, by the way, from across the room, looks like a 5711 Tiffany stamp. $6.2 million once at auction.
Yeah.
That's
going to get your arm cut off in London.
yeah, it would.
Yeah.
And that's probably the downside, but it does look fantastic. Look, they're all fantastic. The pizza thing's crazy. Just a great story. And that's part of why this works. It's a story piece, right?
So, Kevin, if in my venture here with this business, and this is I do not know the answer to this. If I succeed in changing watch culture, but I don't make a business success of this, or I never hit
Well,
that
that's no good.
profitability point.
You should, price them fairly, support the family you're creating, the community you're creating, and bring watches in. I mean, anything under 10,000 is entry, but anything under 1,000 is the beginning of someone's journey. I mean, if they can afford an $800 piece, they're going to get hooked, and that's fantastic. And then they're going to come back. You are building a community here. Plus, you've got the right vibe. You've got a bar here. You can sit around, talk. You've
got Meighan.
Pieces. You got Meighan here giving you the price on everything. That's great. She's got the keys in her pocket. Look, I think this is absolutely wonderful. It's great. You've done a fantastic job here.
Thank you. Well, let's talk about the watches on your wrist, because we can go back to the deep end of the pool.
Yeah.
I'll talk about mine quickly. I have the Toledano and Chan gold ripple, and again, this is the inventiveness. This is crazy stuff. This is a wedge of sapphire crystal. It's a 18-karat gold ripple dial.
I was
titanium.
wondering, it's a very funky chicken piece. It's
is,
an acquired taste. Not everybody's going to like that, but it looks like it wears very easily on the wrist, right?
I'll put it
The
on.
way they've designed that, it's the integration of the band with the watch. I mean,
Is it a bracelet with a watch on, or is
Yeah.
it a watch with a bracelet?
I think it's both, right? I mean, it's, oh my goodness, that's light.
It's titanium.
Yeah. Wow. That's really, part of the appeal to this is how light that is.
I know,
It's like
surprising.
wearing air. Look at that.
And then that wedge just looks almost like
This
a
is an
jewel.
automatic piece?
It is, yeah.
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 Very nice.
And again, the finishing on the titanium,
What's
you've got
the
that
price on
horizontal
this thing?
brush. It's 10,200.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is limited to 350. The secondary market's been strong for Toledano and Chan. They've kept their numbers small. I'm hooked
See,
on
that
this
that
brand.
is a challenge. I mean, you don't really think of secondary market on a lot of these, but when you're spending 10,000, you care that it doesn't go to 5.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So, but that's pretty rare.
There's 350 pieces only.
Yeah.
And from here, what I'm seeing, like when you see it in me over here, all you see is that almost diamond-like.
Yeah, I mean,
jewel
it's going to
profile.
catch people's eyes because it's in some ways classic, but also avant-garde. This big wedge on the side is kind of crazy.
So that's catching your eye. This is
Yeah.
catching mine.
Yeah, that
How did
should.
you come to own this piece, and tell me about it?
So when I got involved in a role in the movie Marty Supreme, I went to Tiffany's because I said I also buy collectible sports cards. And we said, why don't we put one in a Tiffany case, design a piece unique with rubies and diamonds. And we wore it at the Golden Globes, and it was a huge hit. People loved it. It was a $20 million Jordan card. It was crazy.
That caused some.
Yeah,
some
it caused a sensation. But I was talking with Rolex, and I love the brand. I've known them forever. I said, you make a watch with rubies. I know it exists. And is there any way you would consider that for the red carpet to match the Tiffany frame? Because it would be ruby on ruby. And I'd like to wear it on my left wrist. And we went through a lot of discussion. It's not a catalog piece, and yada, yada, yada. And in the end, Luca, the CEO of the Americas, said to me, look, we have to have a frank discussion. You've put red bands on all of our watches, and we understand why, the whole Shark Tank thing, but this watch is red enough. It doesn't need a red band. And we designed it in a specific way with white gold that it has harmony with its own bracelet. So the deal is, we'll make one for you.
Just don't change the strap.
Never. So basically I said, what about if I go on Shark Tank just when I'm shooting? He said, no. If we ever see that watch with a red band on it, you know what that
You're
means.
finished.
Yeah, you're finished. And I said, well, if I shake your hand, it'll never happen. So I've never, ever even considered changing this. And I've grown to love it because it's white gold. It's what's unique about
You've
this.
grown to love it. I mean, God, the generosity of spirit.
No, but I mean, the thing is, what I found with this piece is because it's so coveted and it's so well known, that many, many watch collectors have contacted me saying, I'd like to see it. Because you've never seen it before.
Never.
And you can't even find it in the catalog. So that's the story with this one, and I'm taking it to Geneva with me because so many friends. And then the other, of course, is the
Chronometric.
Chronometre Bleu. Where is that?
Oh, I hit it in
There it
mine,
is,
hoping
yeah.
that it would just come
So
over with me.
this watch I got years ago.
Can I ask you one question quickly about this? Was Marty Supreme stiffed at the Oscars?
Yes, on 2 of the Oscars. First was on casting. There was no film with better, unique cast, 150 different kind of people in it. I
Even
thought-
the extras were cast, weren't
Yeah,
they?
everything. And so I really was sad about that. And then I thought Chalamet should have won Best Actor. That's a tricky political thing, but we were nominated for 9, we should have won 2. I was really pissed. I mean, what do you do? I wanted to be in an Oscar-winning movie for my first role. But 9 nominations, we did win for Timmy, the Golden Globe for Best Actor. I was up for 1 with the SAG Actor Awards. I really enjoyed it. I'm going back. I'm going to look for a role and do another movie. If you know, there's 2 watches in there. There's a 1952 Seiko called a Super. Very hard to find. Seiko in Japan found one and they gifted it to me. It's now famous. And the other was a Patek watch glass, which is from the 51, I think. And that piece was on my left and the Seiko on the right. And I convinced Josh Safdie back in the 50s, people wore red bands. I'm not sure he believed me, but I have 2 red bands on in that movie. And those watches are, forever, for me, they're fantastic. But, I love Journe.
Journe is peaking, and I did want to ask about that.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's moments where things get overhyped. What is the most overrated
Well,
brand
you
for
could have said that about Journe 4 years ago. Elegance that we're selling for $17,000 have just crossed over $300,000 in the aftermarket, the black Elegant. These pieces, I can't remember what I paid for this, but they go for $158,000 now. If you can find one, they're so rare. I don't know what to say about Journe because he's become the Picasso, the living Picasso of watchmaking. And you want to get one while he's alive because there's going to be pre and post Journe. And I think a lot of collectors have that in their head. It's a morbid thought, but it's the truth because he's very involved in he only makes 900 plus watches a year, so he knows everybody that's getting one. And I love the fact that he has made sure that young collectors, I actually watched this happen. A young guy that wanted an Elegant spent 2 years soliciting for it. He knew everything about Journe and was finally allowed to buy one. And he, of course, covets it. And there's a waiting list of people on Elegants, I don't know how many. But the point is, there's something special about the Journe, and I just, I can't say enough about it. And I just enjoy wearing it.
This was your favorite today, wasn't it?
It was, although I must say, let's do a little grading here, 1, 2, 3.
Sure.
So I'm going to tell you.
We're going to do a podium of the selections.
Yeah, which is very hard to do because these are all my children here. But I would say this is probably number 1. It really caught my eye. Number 2 here. This is spectacular. I mean, it's beautiful.
Class.
I'm going to give Pizza 3. I just like the whole story of it, right? This is quite beautiful too. Either way, I mean, they don't deserve to be 4 or 5, but they're both fantastic. That's a hell of a selection.
Kevin, I've got to admit something. This is the 3rd studio, and in the back of my mind, the whole time we built these Time+Tide studios and brought them and managed to get them to market, I've thought, I'd love to one day ask you this question. If I was on Shark Tank, would you invest in a business that was doing what we're doing by bringing these watches to a physical premium space?
I might have if it, if the plan was to bring high volume entry level, that's not a bad idea, but it's how well you can build a community because it's the people that buy the 2nd and 3rd piece from you that are your real customers. I mean, and getting them, acquiring a customer in their journey into watch collecting is very hard, very hard. And there's plenty of people that want to do it. You got to love the craft, you have to understand what you're dealing with, but you've obviously pulled it off online, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, if this had been shown to me just at the beginning of social media, I probably would have said no, but today I would say yes because you can build a pretty big
That's
community.
the unfair advantage that you bring is that
yeah,
the reach
no,
you
it's
have.
true. It's true, and that's where this is going. That's what we're shooting right here. This will be seen online. It'll be all around the world at some point. That's great, and hopefully they'll do a good job editing it.
Yeah, indeed. Well, that's over to you now.
All right.
Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Kevin, for coming.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
It's been incredible.
Thank you very much.
You do get a say in this. Please look at these collections and let us know below whether you're smart or not. Choose me.
And you're such a good loser. It's fantastic. I like that.
This is our first dalliance, so I look forward to the next one. Kevin, thank you very much.
You got it. Thank you so much. Take
See you
care,
next
everybody.
time.